Whenever I light incense, I think of you. And I feel you in the permeation of every single presence that is near and yet so far. For it no longer touches me in that way in which our souls are connected, and yet something that isn't said is so seemingly silent. I serenade you in every single moment, and that is how I honor your energy. That message just came through because I lit an incense, and it reminded me of my friend. Did you just hear my stomach? I feel like it's so important to process things fully so you can release, so that it doesn't take up so much space. And it's not something that you say all the time, constantly repeating yourself over and over. Then, seemingly simultaneously, allowing the self some grace. Because truly, we can only grow through ourselves when we understand where we're coming from and why we continue to perpetuate something as if it's a pattern that's placed upon clothing, the persona, the physical expression of things. Find a space in which you can express yourself fully without judgment. That is what this is for me. Because truly, that is one of the biggest, most fortuitous ways in which I have understood that everything that is outside of myself disappears. If I allow that dissonance, the destruction, the debilitation, the depression, to live in me, then it will grow. That is why detachment's so important to me, because I didn't have that healthy attachment style taught, grown through. So then I decided to teach myself. I decided to learn. This came through this whole process of understanding that I am not my pain and I'm not my past. I'm so grateful right now. I'm just so fucking grateful. And I was just about to journal, but honestly, the words just came through. So hello collective, it's Kai. And disclaimer, this is all just based on my own experience. I'm not trying to tell you what to do or what works best for you. I just pray that you use your discernment, because truly it's your own decision. You know, when you just have this pain that is so strong, and you talk about it, and you talk about it, and you talk about it, and you realize every single time that you talk about it, you're just talking about it. It's crazy because the words that have been used within my own venerable space, right? The things that I say to myself, the things that I think to be true, to not be true. How I'm distinguishing those things, as well as understanding that there's no need to take offense to what other people say that is their truth, their rights or wrongs. I'm literally just like flowing with these words, because in the end, I recognize that if I don't release this, then this will continue. That is literally what it is. And time again, I'm shown these opportunities to let go. To let go of that old way of thinking, of acting, of behaving, of speaking. To surround myself with me at my core is to also release the things outside of me, because I love the freedom that comes with understanding the context for what it is, not what I think it is, what I want it to be. That is something that I had to learn through the pain, through the attachment, through the shame, the regret, the guilt, the everything. And yet nothing, because it's not here anymore. Then simultaneously that reflection allows me to see something a lot more clearly, and that is myself. That is myself. So when I recognize that someone's behaviors has nothing, that their behavior has nothing to do with me, and then I recognize how I would feel, how I feel when this person acts in a certain way, when they say something, when they do something, if I were to do that to me, how would that feel? And that is how I honor myself every single time. And that's what I pray and hope that this video inspires, because truly choosing yourself sometimes requires practice. It just requires practice and consistency. And when I say consistency, it can come in whatever the fuck forms it comes in whatever the fuck ways that it's presently relevant. Presently. That is why creativity is so cohesive in co-creation with the universe. It is literally something you can tap into at any fucking moment, as long as you allow yourself to explore, to let yourself, just to let yourself feel, let yourself process, let yourself progress, let yourself release, whatever pace that is, let yourself. It's no one else's place, truly, to say that your experience is this or that, or that. Because who is living your life actively right now? Who is here right now listening to these words, processing their own things, pertaining it to their own personal experience? You. You are that being. You can cooperate. You can coexist. You can conclude. You can turn the page. You can write whatever the fuck story you want to write. And that is what it is. That's what it's been for me. I was sharing quite a lot about myself today. And I felt that familiar shame. I felt it. And I was like, oh, how silly. Oh, how silly to try and tell me that my experience doesn't matter or is too much. How silly. And I stopped myself. I was like, not tonight. Who knows about tomorrow? I'll have to face that with the me of tomorrow. Even if my past self didn't know any better, it doesn't mean that I can do or can't do better. It takes courage. Sometimes it's just doing it afraid. Even though it might seemingly be something that you're familiar with, it's always different every single time. It's so different. And I am just so grateful, truly, to be alive, to live this life, to be here, to be able to share, to express myself, to also allow silence and solitude. I'm so fucking grateful for that shit. It's so nice. It's so nice and kind and caring and compassionate and so safe. No matter what I'm going through, no matter what challenges, no matter what can possibly happen, because the universe It doesn't even surprise me. It's just so pleasant. It's so pleasant to focus on the things that matter to me, and that is to see myself clearly, to understand myself, to listen to my own advice, to delve deeper, to tap into my intuition, to take note of my ego, to observe my thoughts, to redirect my thoughts, to take care of myself, truly. One of my favorite quotes is, I cannot truly the most harm that I could do upon another person is when I am not taking care of me. And I couldn't find that to be more true. So that concludes this video. Thank you so much for listening, truly. Thank you for allowing me your presence and space and listening to my words. And I'm sending you guys so much love and support on your own spiritual journey. Bye, collective.